Yesterday we discussed point number 3rd, 4th and 5th of Roland Barthes' essay. Today we will discuss 6th and 7th. Last two important arguments of Roland Barthes' essay, Work to Text. It is one of the important essays which revolutionized the whole critical dogma with its ideas, novelty of ideas. Two important points that he keeps before the readers or the students of literature are very serious. Roland Barthes, these ideas of text, context and work have been causing us to discuss or introspect ourselves how far our approach to the work, our approach to the author, our approach to the literature. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ತುಂಬ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ರೈಟ್, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಮನೆಯೊಳಗಿಂದು ತುಂಬ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Okay, in what way this essay is very important? That was what I was explaining you. So far, our approach to the author, text, message were fixed. And we are expecting everything in a particular pattern. But Roland Barthes is trying to change our attitude towards the text, our attitude towards the author, our attitude of reading. In this way, Barthes' work to text is very important essay. When T.S. Eliot wrote Tradition and Individual Talent, it became very popular. Suddenly it became very popular and it called the attention of the very big mass of thinkers. What was there? What made the writers to take it very seriously? Why our universities prescribed this essay as a part of literary criticism is the question. The point is very simple. Till then, our approach towards literature was fixed. We thought that tradition is very special. Tradition was almost read synonymous to the culture. But culture is not tradition, and tradition is not culture. Culture is the part of the tradition, and tradition involves the psychological, emotional, geographical, cultural, socio-political, philosophical, theological, lexicographical. All these processes are way of writing or thinking. So till then, we thought that till the essay of T.S. Eliot, we had a very specific limited meaning of tradition. So now and then, here and there, in the field of literature, we come across certain thinkers and writers who change our total attitude towards the dogmas or principles. It is the real meaning of romantic. Okay, in this way, Roland Barthes' essay, Work to Text, is a romantic writing. It is a revolutionary writing. It is instigating, it instigates us to introspect ourselves, how far we are right in our approach to the text. In the last two main arguments of this essay, Roland Barthes is putting two important ideas before us. First of all, the sixth one is, he says, text can be used, it could be used either in its sense of meaning or in our day-to-day life as a message or as an informer. There are many ways of using the text. Be particular, be conscious the word that I am using, text. But whereas you cannot use the work. I told you, work. What is work? Work is some papers, letters, binding, and a particular structure. You cannot use a structure, but you can make an use of an idea. Idea is perpetual, text is perpetual. You can make use of the text and its message in your day-to-day life, but you cannot make use of a work. I think you are understanding the difference between work and the text. That was what Basavarna said in Kannada. Beautifully he said, Stavara kalivuntu jangamakke alivilla. What is Stavara? Stavara is a structure. Jangama is an idea. Okay, I said, Dayave dharmada moolavaya. What is Daya? Daya is not a structure. Daya is not form. You cannot touch the Daya. Whereas, Daya as a principle could be applied, as a principle could be practiced, as a value could be added to the life. That is what the argument of Roland Barthes. You may not make use of the work in your day-to-day life. Work is not moving. Work is fixed. Work is stagnant. But text is constant. We have many texts written by many great writers of the world. King Lear, a book changed in its form of printing, in its form of presentation, performance. But the idea that King Lear has been keeping before us is constant and it is perpetual. King Lear was rewritten in India. Many other versions of King Lear came out, and Nata Samrat in Marathi is one of such beautiful productions which is based on Shakespeare's King Lear. I told you, you will get many versions of the same text, but you cannot get many versions of a work. There was a writer by name Bertolt Brecht. He has written one play, very important play. The title of the book is The Good Woman of Szechuan City. And we have many versions of this text. Dharmapuriya Devadasi, Sankanatiya Chandri, Szechuan Nagarada Sadhvi, and the same title of Good Woman of Szechuan City. All these are same texts, but relocated, redefined, reinterpreted, reperformed in different contexts of the culture. When the same text is performed in a different culture, you will come with different meaning, different understanding, different realizations. When Bertolt Brecht's Good Woman of Szechuan City was performed here in Kannada, in Karnataka, as Sankanatiya Chandri, you never feel that it is a story of a German writer, written by a German writer. It is a story of a woman of a Germany. or it is a book written by some writer who is alien, who is not close to my culture and nativity. But when it is performed in Karnataka, in Kannada, as Sankanati Chandri, you feel that as if this is the text written here in Karnataka. In that sense, Roland Barthes is putting this argument before you that ಕೃತಿಯು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಬಳಕೆಯ ವಸ್ತು. We are making use of it. For example, we have two important folk performances in Karnataka. One is Sarnata and Bayalata. What is this Sarnata and Bayalata? These two forms, ways of presentations are completely dependent on two important epics of Karnataka, of India. One is Ramayana, the other one is the Mahabharata. All the Bailatas performed around the Bhima River, and all the Sarnatas performed around the Krishna Krishna Nadi, were all based on these two important texts, epics of India. So, Barthes' argument, ಕೃತಿಯು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಬಳಕೆಯ ವಸ್ತು. Applicability of text is possible, but applicability of the work is not possible. Because work is a form. Work is a form. And he says there is no great difference between the time pass reading and our conscious reading. Reading is a process. It is related with our psychology. It is related with our brain. Once you read a particular text, it becomes part of your whole existence. You just cannot forget the text saying that I read it casually. Just you cannot avoid the reality that casual reading is also a reading, which is a process that is taking place with your mind. Reading has no two different water compartments as serious reading and casual reading. So, ಅವನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ರಾಚನಿಕವಾಗಿ ಸುಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಓದು ಮತ್ತು ಟ್ರೇನಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡುವ ಒಂದು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಓದು, ಆಕಸ್ಮಿಕ ಓದುಗಳ ನಡುವೆ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸವಿರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಇರಬಾರದು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಆತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಂದೇಶ. ಈ ಗಮನವನ್ನು, ಈ ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನು, ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟನ್ನು ನೀವು ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ರೋಲಾಂಡ್ ಬಾರ್ತನ ಎಸ್ಸೆನ ಗಮನಿಸಿದ್ರೆ you will come across some different interpretation, and your approach that you have so far will definitely change. And the text comes with all the text that you have read so far. You will start giving new meanings, new kinds of the meanings. So this is fourth important argument, Roland Barthes' essay, Work to Text.